Okay, hey, acne, accutane. If you have this problem or you are a fan of Emma Chamberlain, today is your day because, as you may or may not know, she has been battling acne for a really, really long time. And if you don't know who Emma Chamberlain is, she is a vlogger on YouTube. I think she has like 8 million followers, maybe 9 now. And the funny thing about this is that I do a ton of videos on acne because I had the problem. I'm kind of famous for it. I was on television about it, wrote a book about it. So I have a lot to say when it comes to acne and a lot of the crappy drugs, medicine, techniques, routines, all the crazy stuff that's out there. But I have been watching Emma for a while because every time I do an acne video, some of her fans tag her in the comments of the video, which is crazy. I said, who the hell is this? Who is Emma Chamberlain? And then I started watching her vlogs and I kind of got hooked because she's very raw, she's very real, and I think she's great. She has a lot of people who like her a lot and a lot of people who hate her a lot, and that's just crazy to hate anybody, but that is the way it is in the world of social media. So she's a big time influencer. Not one of her videos these days happens without some sort of sponsorship. So I'm gonna kind of cut through all of that today, and I'm going to react to her latest video, which is attempting to get ready for a fancy event. And the reason is this is the latest look at what she's doing for her skin and her skincare routine, as much as you can get out of that video. And I will put a link to the video in the video description box. If you want to watch this video of hers, I highly recommend it. It's very actually very entertaining. So the only problem we're gonna have with this today is that my dog, or my Jack Russell Terrier, his name is Emma. Say hi, Emma, say hi. And every time I say Emma's name, she thinks I'm talking to her. So it's gonna be really interesting if we hear barking or little footsteps going all through the video. But anyway, that just is the way it is when you do YouTube videos. So before we get into the reaction video and I give you my reaction to what she's doing, and then I'm also gonna give a routine at the end of the reaction. So be sure and stick around because I'm gonna give an acne skincare routine that I have designed specifically for her, and specifically because she's on Accutane, but it can help you out as well. Also, if you're new, this is Skincare with Chris Gibson. I'm Chris, I'm your skincare expert, and I'm here to help you get the best skin ever. On this channel, we talk about skincare routines, skincare products, obviously skincare gurus and influencers, and we talk about skincare problems. We solve those. So if that's your thing, be sure to hit the subscription button and the little notification bell so that you get notified when my new videos are up each week. Okay, so let's take a look at Emma Chamberlain's current routine that she is doing while she's on Accutane. I hope that's not the flu.
Okay, let me get my coffee ingredients so that we can make coffee and talk. Also, you can't see it, but my countertop has peanut butter on it right now. There's peanut butter on my counter.
Ew.
So let's actually wipe that out.
I didn't need to know that.
That's kind of gross, and I feel bad.
Yeah, you're right, it's gross.
You know, we're hanging out in my house, and I didn't even clean up the place. Tonight I have an event. I actually like going to events. I love being social. I don't go out very often. I don't really leave my house very often. I don't talk to people very often. So when I do get to go in public, it's kind of nice. Like, it's nice to just talk to people. I feel like I'm a very social person, but I don't live a very social life, which can be kind of tough because I feel very isolated.
The tough life of a YouTuber.
Pretty lonely
so
most
hard.
of the time. Basically, I feel like I'm an extrovert that lives a lonely life. Does that make sense? But last minute, I got invited to an event tonight. Yo! Emma's going out. Not even going out, it's an event. It's not like I'm going to a rager, but usually when I get invited to events, which happens occasionally, you know, I'll hire somebody to do my hair and makeup because I'm very bad at it, but I don't have anybody to do that right now because it's so last minute and I couldn't find anybody who could do my hair and makeup. So today, I have to get myself fully ready for an event by myself, and I'm nervous. To be honest, I have no idea how it's gonna go, but there's a lot of pressure on me, and let me explain why. But first, ChamberlainCoffee.com. ChamberlainCoffee.com. So as I was saying, there's a lot of pressure on me. And let me explain
Shameless
why.
self-promotion. There's nothing wrong with that. And I like coffee.
So I have some time, but I need to start doing stuff like skincare and all of that.
Finally,
now,
the
so that my skin can
skincare.
be prepared. One thing that makeup artists always do for me is that they always do a lot of skincare before they start my makeup, and it makes the makeup better. And usually on a day-to-day basis, I'm too lazy to do that. But because tonight's an event and, you know, my soulmate could be there, it's like, I'm gonna do everything I can.
Who's too lazy to do their own skincare every day? You need to do that every day, not just when you feel like it.
Why is it extra good today? You know when like you make yourself a meal or you go to a restaurant that you go to frequently, and like sometimes it just tastes better than other days. And today is like one of those days I'm just like, okay, we need to do skincare now.
Yeah, we need to do skincare
to start
now.
out my skincare, I'm gonna get my skin a little bit moist. I don't really know what this does. This is a facial steamer. Is it even on? Like, I literally don't know how to use it. I saw this on TikTok, shocker. It like kind of interested me, but I'm not sure what it does. Well, it's not turning on, so see you guys in like 5 minutes
Wow.
when this turns on. Okay, I'm being steamed now. I don't know if you can see the steam.
Okay, obviously from looking at Emma, she has still some things going on with acne on her skin. Even though she's been on Accutane from, I think, about mid-year last year. That's a long time to be taking Accutane in cycles, and it doesn't appear to be working for her, but that doesn't surprise me. There's a huge misconception that Accutane actually will clear up everybody's skin. It doesn't work for everybody. I took it twice. It didn't work for me. Every time I took it, it came back worse. But what she's doing here is using a steamer. And one of the big things that I talk about on the channel all the time is how important it is to steam your skin, especially when you have acne breakouts, to steam that skin. So it's good to see that she is using that device, even though she found it on TikTok and even though she doesn't know how to turn it on. So, anyway, at least she's doing that
my
step.
face. That was probably really pointless. I have no idea what that actually did.
That's not pointless. That's not pointless at all. Oh my gosh. It's such an important step. This is what I mean. So many people, and it doesn't matter how much money you have or how much influence you have, just don't know how to handle their acne with their skin. And it's so frustrating for me because there are answers. There are answers. Emma fans, the people that keep writing me, let her know I'm doing this video so I can give her a skincare routine that will work.
My skin is so messed up because I'm on Accutane. We talk about this. It's like an acne
clearly,
medication.
she's
It's very extreme.
still frustrated with that.
Before I get into skincare, I want to talk to you about my favorite skin products that I've been using for a few months now. Summer Fridays. And this video is actually sponsored by Summer Fridays, but I'm going to be using their products anyway, so this works out. So the first time I actually saw their products was when I was in Sephora, and this jet lag mask was actually recommended to me by one of the people that work at Sephora, and I was like, wow, okay, let me try it. And I did, and I ended up loving it. All of their skincare is vegan and cruelty free. I really love these products, and I have trouble finding skincare that works for me because I am on Accutane. My skin is very sensitive right now, and these have been perfect because they're very mild products. So this is the Super Amino Gel Cleanser, and this is the Jet Lag Face Mask.
Okay, so Emma is using Summer Fridays skincare, which she's using the Jet Lag Mask and the Gel Cleanser, which are really good products, especially if you're on Accutane, because they don't have product ingredients in them that would be irritating. One of the really big things about being on Accutane is that you can't really use products that have what we typically think of as acne fighting stuff. Things like benzoyl peroxide, salicylic acid, alcohols of any kind, glycolic acids, retinols, any of those sort of things. You can't really use those because they're too drying and too irritating. Accutane really dries your skin out, even if it doesn't clear it up all the way. There's a lot of other side effects. In fact, I'm going to do a video pretty soon, probably in the next couple of weeks, on Accutane and the effects of that. So if you haven't subscribed, this would be a really good time to do that so that you catch that video when it comes out, because there's really some interesting things that I have to say about that drug. So anyway, let's keep going.
I bring this mask every time I go to New York. It's incredible. I literally always use it because it's very moisturizing and makes me not look like I pulled 3 all-nighters in a row, so I appreciate this mask a lot, and this is just a great cleanser. It is such a good go-to. The face wash is pH balancing, and it naturally removes makeup, which is great, and it's just super hydrating, which is important for me because I'm on Accutane, and Accutane makes you super dry. Same thing with the mask.
Didn't she say that already?
It also brightens your face, and it reduces the appearance of fine lines, pores, and uneven skin texture. One last thing about the products, I have an exclusive 20% off code on the Summer Fridays website.
Jaya, watch her video. The code will be there. I'll put the code in my video description box too.
Thanks for sponsoring this. Now let's use them and do the skincare. This face wash actually just came out, so it's a new product, so that's exciting. I love the smell. Is that creepy? I don't know.
Okay, so did you see what she did there? Even though that was sped up, she completely missed her forehead where she's having all the breakouts. She was so quick to wash her face. Really, to use a cleanser correctly, and that includes any cleanser, you need to massage that into the skin for at least 2 minutes to make sure you get all of the areas. So forehead, under the chin, anywhere you're breaking out. Actually, you should be cleansing everywhere, but for what she's doing, I get it. So really, really important 2 minutes to use that face wash and then rinsing it off properly, making sure that you get the areas that you're broken out. You can't miss those because you're just leaving oil, dirt, and bacteria there to continue to cause a problem.
Having to like look my best at all times because I never know when I'm gonna meet said husband is so much pressure. I'm gonna leave this on for about 10 minutes, then I'm gonna watch TikToks in my bed for a few hours, and then I'm gonna start getting ready. Oh wait, no, I need to pick out my outfit.
Okay, what she's doing there is she's using the jet lag mask, which is great because it's super hydrating and it is not astringent, so it's not pulling a lot of stuff out of the skin. It's sitting on that outer layer and kind of superimposing moisture into her skin, which is really good, especially again, when you're on Accutane.
It's been a few hours, and now comes the terrifying part, which is I have to do my makeup, and I have no idea what I'm doing. I already put moisturizer on my face, so now I'm gonna put some more different products that are supposed to be good on my face.
She's not gonna tell you what they are? Oh my gosh. Okay, so here's where she begins to use her routine before her makeup, and she's not really telling us very much in this video, Emma, but that's okay. She said she uses moisturizer and then she's applying products that are supposed to help her skin. I have no idea what those are because she doesn't tell us, but that said, I can see a lot of things that Emma Chamberlain can do in her skincare routine that would really totally help her acne, and maybe she wouldn't even have to take Accutane because there's a lot of steps that appear to be missing in this. And the fact that she said that she only does skincare when she feels like it, when she remembers to do it, that's a really big problem because consistency in your skincare routine is everything. So let's check off the things that she does do, and then I'm gonna give you a skincare routine that I am making for her specifically that you can also use. First of all, she does steaming, which big check mark, that's great. Steaming the skin opens the pores, and she probably doesn't even realize that she has a tool right in front of her that could really eliminate probably 80–90% of her breakouts. And that's not just for me. I learned that from dermatologist when I was doing it, and I still do steaming to this day. Second, she is cleansing with a good cleanser that does not have acne ingredients in it, like benzoyl peroxide or salicylic acid. It's very mild in pH balancing. The only problem there, she's not cleansing all of the areas that she needs to cleanse, particularly her forehead, which that's a big problem. Third, she's using a hydrating mask that is not astringent, which means it's not pulling from the skin. And that's really great, especially when you have dry skin or on something like Accutane. You don't want dry skin building up on the surface to block more pores and cause more breakouts. Accutane can't stop that. All Accutane can do is lower the oil production in your skin. So here are the things that I would change or add to her routine. And don't worry, I'm gonna recap the actual steps right after I give you these particular items. First of all, she needs to be exfoliating. I didn't see any exfoliation step whatsoever, and that's a big, big problem. She needs to exfoliate every single day, especially when you're on Accutane because of that dry skin buildup, and that's probably what's going on with her forehead. Something like a Buff Puff sponge, and you guys that follow me know that I harp on these things all the time. They're everywhere. There are knockoffs. You can get them on Amazon. I'll put a link in the video description box. Huge, huge tool for good looking skin right here, and it's cheap and it works. Next, I didn't see serums. Now she did say she's applying products to her skin that supposedly help it, which is kind of scary. She doesn't know if it helps it or not. But two really important things that we're missing with niacinamide as a serum and vitamin C serum. Especially when you're on Accutane, you can't use other products very easily without irritation. Niacinamide, which is vitamin B3, will go into the skin and help speed heal those bumps that she still does have. And the vitamin C serum, which is very buffered and very mild, will help speed those marks away. Those red marks that are left over, the little dark marks that are left over when blemishes heal. That will really help with that. Plus, she's getting closer to being 18, 19 years old. It's really a good time to start applying that product to your skin to help with anti-aging, because that's something you have to start thinking about. The other thing that I saw that was missing and very blaring to me was an SPF. Before she put on her makeup, she did not use an SPF, and you guys all know that I preach that. An SPF 15, you don't need to go any further than that, needs to be used every day, especially on Accutane, because your skin is very sensitive to the sun during that time, just like if you were using glycolic acids, having skin peels, or even using retinoids. Those things make the skin sensitive, and Accutane is no different in that way. The other thing that we don't know is what moisturizer she was using, and I would definitely recommend water-based. You don't want an oil-based moisturizer. You want a light water-based like Tatcha water. If you're on a budget, Nutrogena Hydro Boost is an excellent hyaluronic acid water-based gel. I love the gels that we have today. They're so light and they work so super well. That would really benefit her skin. So if Emma Chamberlain was my client, here is the skincare routine that I would lay out for her. And this is what I would have her do. I would have her daily steam her skin 10 to 15 minutes. A washcloth is actually better than the steaming bucket or mechanism because you have to really get your face close to that to get enough steam to do any good. The steaming I'm talking about opens up the pores, it releases sebum, oil, dirt, and bacteria, and really cuts down on the breakouts. The next thing I would do is have her use a cleanser. She's doing that already, so that's fine. The other thing I would have her do is daily exfoliation with something like a buff puff to make sure all those little dry flakes of skin are coming off. It's gonna make her skin look a lot fresher, a lot brighter, and she's probably gonna be a lot happier with the texture of it because Accutane really does change the texture of your skin. The next thing I would have her use is serums. Niacinamide and vitamin C serum, very important and speed healing the bumps that she does have, preventing new ones and marks from staying on the skin and getting them off as quickly as possible, which seems to be very, very important to her. And then I would have her use a water-based moisturizer like Tatcha water or Neutrogena Hydro Boost because it's oil-free, it's gonna keep her skin hydrated and her pH is gonna stay balanced with that. And then definitely a sunscreen. Very, very important to do a sunscreen every day, all the time, 365 days a year, no matter who you are. Now, another thing that she talks a lot about, and I keep getting comments from her fans, is that she has Bacne. And so a lot of the same things apply here. When you have acne anywhere on the skin, it really is about exfoliation, pH balance, and making sure that you moisturize the skin so that it produces as little of the natural oil that you have to produce, because that is what the acne bacteria thrives on and creates breakouts from. Now, I hope you found this video entertaining, but I also hope you found it very informative because it's my goal to help you and Emma get the clearest skin possible in the shortest amount of time possible. And we do it all the time on this channel. Thank you guys so much for watching. I love you. Stay beautiful, and I will see you guys over on the next video.